You're gonna be,
There.
you're gonna be 2 lines down.
Letting number
Courses under their
8669,
direct
Forest,
Supervision and control. You see
Forest Park Dual Path Extension. We have 4 bids.
that's it for me.
Traymore Contracting, Inc. TRAMAR Contracting, Inc. $162,400. 162,400.00. Ben Hur Construction. BENHUR Construction. $199,259. 199,259.00. SBC Contracting, Inc. SBC Contracting, Inc. $175,464. 175,464.00. Gershenson Construction Company, Inc. GERSHENSON Construction Company, Inc. $159,330. 159,330.00. With the low bidder, please meet with Ms. Bryant in the hallway. Thank you.
Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie. Here. Director Wilson.
Here.
Director Hayes. Here. Director Augustin.
Here.
Director Moore.
Here.
Director Edwards.
Here.
And President Bradley.
Here, we have a quorum. I'll call the meeting to order.
From the President, preliminary approval for letting number 8663, improvements to O'Fallon Park Boathouse, St. Louis, Missouri. Preliminary approval for letting number 8664, reconstruction of runway 12L through 30R outer panels from taxiway Lima to taxiway Juliet. Replace runway 12L through 30R electrical circuits. Rehabilitate taxiway Kilo within runway 12L through 30R safety area, St. Louis Lambert International Airport. PSA number 1213, MEP Design Services at 12th and Park and Wold Recreation Center, St. Louis, Missouri, St. Louis City. From the President, Director of Public Utilities and Streets, recommendation that permit for Lawrence Group, FOPA, FOPA, for public improvements at 3700 Forest Park in City Block 3918 be denied by reason of the fact that the lateral tieback of soldier beams of the below-grade parking structure. The applicant needs to resubmit the plans and details with the support system of the parking structure that is contained within the boundaries of the property. From the Director of Public Utilities, recommendation that the Board declares as emergency action to make all necessary repairs to run temporary electric power to meter and tap office trailers. From the Director of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that the following permits for AT&T be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. For AT&T at an AT&T manhole at the corner of North Spring and Olive, will place a fiber cable in existing duct and manholes on Spring to Alley between Laclede and Forest Park. Will then place a fiber cable down the alley to customer conduit at 3712 Laclede. Starting at an existing manhole near 5854 First, bore 230 feet to new 3 by 5 by 3 feet handhold at 5855 First. From new handhold, dig 6 feet to the new 3 by 3 pad with fiber box. Also from handhold, bore to multiple riser pole locations. From AT&T, starting at an existing manhole near 2355 Albion, bore 270 feet to new 3 by 5 by 3 feet handhold in the sidewalk at 2350 Park. From handhold, dig 4 feet to new 4 by 4 pad with fiber box with protective bollards. Also from handhold, bore to multiple riser pole locations. Starting at an existing manhole near 4216 Bates, bore 360 feet to new 3 by 5 by 3 feet handhold at 4232 Gertrude. Then dig 6 feet to new 3 by 3 pad with fiber box. Also bore to riser pole at 5533 Newport. Starting at manhole at 709 North Sarah, bore 1,307 feet to new 3 by 5 by 3 feet handhold at 4198 Delmore. From new handhold, dig 1 feet to new 4 by 4 pad with fiber box. Also from handhold to multiple riser pole location. For AT&T to bore 180 feet from manhole near 5161 Delmore to new 3 by 5 by 3 feet handhold at 5200 Delmore. From new handhold, dig 3 feet to new 3 by 3 pad with fiber box. Also from handhold, bore to riser pole at 5203 Washington. Starting at handhold at 2621 Victor Street, dig 2 feet to new 4 by 4 pad with fiber box. Also from handhold, bore to multiple riser pole locations. From AT&T to bore from manhole at 2654 Accomack, bore 535 feet to new 3 by 5 by 3 feet handhold at 2201 South Jefferson. From handhold, dig 6 feet to new 4 by 4 pad with fiber box. From handhold, bore 53 feet to riser pole at same address. Bore from manhole near 1020 Loughborough, 1,325 feet to new 2 by 3 feet handhold at 3680 Blow. From handhold, bore 320 feet to new 3 by 5 by 3 feet handhold at 7008 Eugene. From handhold at 7008 Eugene, dig 6 feet to new 4 by 4 pad with fiber box. Also from handhold, bore to multiple riser pole locations. Start at an existing customer-owned handhold at the Muni Opera, 1 Theater Drive. From this handhold, bore across Pagoda Circle for 160 feet. Then turn and bore across Pagoda Lake for an additional 640 feet. This section will stay about 65 feet from the curb line and 25 inches from the edge of the lake, etc. AT&T contractor to bore and place new fiber optic cable from existing AT&T easement at 2424 Billups Avenue, north to the side of 4248 Cottage, a distance of 256 feet. Remove and replace 6 feet by 6 feet section of sidewalk and bore west to 2519 Billups, a distance of 75 feet. Start at an existing AT&T manhole located in the alley at the rear of 3655 Olive. From manhole, bore east down alley for 230 feet and meet up with a customer-provided conduit going to 3641 Olive. Access handhold at 1328 Town, bore and trench 47 feet to riser pole and place a new aerial cable north to Clayton, then east to 6300 Clayton and bore across the street. Access manhole near 9030 House Ferry Road and bore 1,000 feet to new 3 by 5 by 3 feet handhole near 8946 House Ferry. From new handhole, dig 1 feet to new 3 by 3 pad with fiber box and install protective bollards. Also from handhole, bore to a multiple riser pole location. Access manhole at 4312 Olive and bore 850 feet to new 3 by 5 by 3 feet handhole at 4397 Westminster. From new handhole, dig 6 feet to new 4 by 4 pad with fiber box. Place protective bollards. Also from handhole, bore to multiple riser pole locations. Access manhole near 1107 North Kings Highway, bore 130 feet to new 3 by 5 by 3 feet handhole at 5008 Raymond. From handhole, dig 6 feet to new 4 by 4 pad with fiber box. Place protective bollards. Also from handhole, bore to multiple riser pole locations. Access handhole in the sidewalk at the front of 1914 South Broadway. Bore and place 1 fiber south for 275 feet. Place a handhole, then turn east at the front of 2030 South Broadway for 5 feet, leaving city right away. Access handhold at 5425 Pinard and trench 10 feet east to 2nd Street. Handhold at 5425 Pinard. Joint recommendation that the following permits for MCI Metro access be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Place new fiber in existing conduit stored in that existing handhold located at the intersection of Belt and Delmore and continue east along the north side of Delmore for 4,450 feet, ending at the intersection of Kings Highway and Delmore. Fiber will continue from this location but will be on another permit. Place new handhold at the base of telephone pole located at the northeast corner of the intersection of Alley and Rosedale Avenue, located 150 feet south of Delmore. From this new handhold, place fiber in existing conduit heading east down Alley, crossing Depere Avenue, and continue through Union Electric and crossing Railroad, and continue east down Alley, located 150 feet south of Delmore, crossing the Giverville, and continue east for 575 feet at existing handhold. Place fiber north, crossing Delmore, and continue east along the north side of Delmore. Fiber will continue past from this point, but will be on another permit due to size. Bore and place 1 2-inch conduit and handholds for new fiber, starting at existing manhole located near 3945 Kasuth. Place fiber in existing conduit and manholes heading west for 2,375 feet at this manhole located at 4242 Kasuth. From this manhole, bore and place new conduit and fiber south for 1,160 feet. At this point, place new handhole located north 4241 Sacramento. From this new handhold, continue placing south for 620 feet. At this point, place new handhold located at 4266 Natural Bridge. From this new handhold, continue placing south for 1,450 feet. At this location, place new handhold located at 3044 Lambden. From this new handhold, continue south for 1,420 feet to new handhold located at 2723 Lambden. Joint recommendation that the following permit for Charter Communications be approved, subject to certain conditions as follows. Cut a 2 feet by 2 feet pothole at the base of the pole in the rear of 5645 Botanical. Bore in a southbound direction 20 feet toward Botanical. Bore an additional 40 feet under January from the east side right-of-way to the west side right-of-way and enter onto the customer's property. Charter will be installing underground coax cable to a customer at 2360 59th Street. Starting at the corner of Euclid and McKinley at existing Charter manhole. From there, bore or cut 120 feet south to existing manhole in front of 712 Euclid, plus or minus 15 feet off the east curb line. From there, bore or cut 300 feet south, plus or minus 15 feet off the east curb line, placing the manhole and cutting trench to the property line 818 Euclid. From there, bore at South Taylor and Clayton. Joint recommendation that the following permits for Union Electric be approved subject to certain conditions as follows: to construct new multiple duct banks approximately 140 linear feet, to open trench construction at Convention Plaza east of Hanley Street and Locust between North 10th and North 9th Street. Replace 5 poles, install 1 pole, install 1 anchor, and replace old overhead wires for new development at Klein between Angel Rod and Destrian. To install 2 new network vaults and service compartment vault in the sidewalk near the intersection of Olive Street and 6th Street. Joint recommendation that the following permits be approved subject to certain conditions as follows: South Grand Development LLC to encroach with loading ramp, small concrete pad with retaining wall on the west curb line of Vanderbrough at 2232 South Grand. And Alberici Constructors, Inc., to encroach with underground power supply along the west edge of the foot of Humboldt to the high ground to the south that does not flood in high water. And Epsilon Lambda Foundation to encroach with exit stair to include concrete pier underground at 3619 North 19th rear. From the Director of Streets, an affidavit for petition number 6859, Magton LLC, related to the compliance of Section 10 of Ordinance 70770, dated June 4, 2018, which provides for the conditional vacation of public air, surface, and subsurface rights for vehicle, equestrian, and pedestrian travel in 10 feet wide L-shaped alley in City Block 798 as bounded by Shenandoah, 10th, Lammy, and Menard in the City of St. Louis. From the Director of Health and Hospitals, recommendation that revised regulations for horse-drawn carriages originally approved June 12, 2018 be approved. From the Director of Public Safety, recommendation that the following festival zones be approved subject to certain conditions as follows: Old Rock House, June 3rd, July 22nd, July 28th, and August 2nd, 2018, at Hickory between 6th and 7th for summer concerts. First St. Louis, July 4th, 6th, and 7th, 2018, at Gateway Arch Grounds, Lenore K. Sullivan, Luther Eli Smith Plaza, Old Cathedral Parking Lot. Dream Center, August 4, 2018, Back to School Blast event at Margaretta between Newstead and Clarence, Clarence between Margaretta and San Francisco, San Francisco between Clarence and Newstead. All of God Street Festival, August 11, 2018, at Gano between Carter and West Florissant. Carr Square, September 2nd, 2018, at Loretta Park and Shelby between Carr and Cole. Now we have the conditional uses.
Good afternoon, Mr. President and members of the board. My name is Terrell Island, zoning plan examiner for the City of St. Louis, representing the building commissioner. For Board Order 766, transmitted here with our recommendations for the following conditional use applications. Approval with conditions is recommended for 3 applications, and they are 6120 Delmar Boulevard, 3733 through 35 Wyoming, and 6170 Delmar. I request that these recommendations be approved. Are there any questions or comments about these applications?
Are there any questions from the board on the conditional uses?
Motion to approve the conditional uses.
Moved in second for approval of conditional uses. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie. Aye. Director Wilson.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Augustin.
Aye.
Director Moore.
Aye.
Director Edwards.
Aye.
And President Bradley.
Aye, conditional uses are approved. I'd like to turn your attention to our meeting minutes from last Tuesday, June 12th, 2018. Are there any questions or comments on the minutes? Seeing none, take a motion, please.
Move to approve the minutes.
Second.
Moved in second for approval of last week's minutes. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Abstain.
Director Wilson.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Abstain.
Director Augustin.
Abstain.
Director Moore.
Aye.
Director Edwards.
Aye.
And President Bradley.
Aye, the minutes are approved. On today's agenda, I would like to note under the Director of Health and Hospitals, there's an item for revised regulations for the horse and carriage rules, which we passed last week. I would ask the Director of Health to give us a synopsis of what those revisions are, please.
Thank you, Mr. President and the board. The changes, I've provided you a copy of the highlighted changes in the regulations, and I have three that I really want us to take a look at, and if there are other discussions, I'd like to entertain that discussion. The first one is 1.4. The change that we've made to date, second sentence, it reads as follows. Horse-drawn carriages shall not work at temperatures of 15 degrees Fahrenheit or below at temperatures 93 degrees Fahrenheit and above during times when the National Weather Service has forecast that the air temperature at St. Louis is likely to reach the temperatures of 15 degrees Fahrenheit or below, or 93 degrees Fahrenheit and above. The Commissioner of Health or his or her designee shall notify the certificate holders at 7 a.m. each day with the period of time that the forecast temperatures will fall within these prohibited ranges. That's total reword of what we recommended last week, so it's more clear, definitive, that, and the example would be if certain times of the day the temperature drops below 93, then the carriage horse drivers could be out. But if it reads for 2 hours that it's 93, we would tell them in the morning at 7 o'clock what that time frame is, and then they can conduct their business accordingly. The other change is I'd like to draw your attention to, and it's just minor, 1.8. It reads, owners, operators, and drivers shall at all times be responsible for the proper and humane care and treatment of horses under their direct supervision and control versus the. And basically the rest of the change and the last change, sorry about that, is 3.9. Grammatical change, punctuation change. No person shall be permitted to stand the horse-drawn vehicle while in motion. Drivers shall take all necessary precautions to prohibit such activity, including safety, bringing the horse-drawn vehicle to a stop until the situation has been corrected. Semicolon, and. Those are the changes that I'd like to bring forward in addition to the ones that are highlighted before you.
Thank you, Director. Are there any questions for the Director of Health from the board?
President, I might note you have before you the edited version for clarity as the director testified, and she added those three changes today on the floor. There's also a Scrivener's error in paragraph 6 where the word referred is a spelling error, so I will just ask in the final version that we correct that as well.
Any other comments or questions on the horse-drawn carriage regulations? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to approve the revisions as presented.
So moved.
Moved and seconded for approval of revisions. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Wilson.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Augustin.
Aye.
Director Moore.
Aye.
Director Edwards. And President Bradley.
Aye. The revisions to the horse-drawn carriages are approved. Today's agenda, questions or comments on the agenda? Seeing none, I'll take a motion, please.
Second.
Moved and seconded for approval of the agenda. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie. Aye. Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Augustin.
Aye.
Director Moore.
Aye.
Director Edwards. And President Bradley.
Aye, the agenda is approved. Motion for adjournment, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you all.